work being carried out on the river. If you come in a few years' time, that'll be no doubt flats or something. Nice luxury flats ahead too. So we're turning right, stay in the middle of the lane, and then follow it round to the right. So we're going to go up into the West End now, and that's where we're going to have our nice break, nice stop in Kelvin Grove Art Galleries, and we have a chance to have a wander about before we head back into town.
Is it a dog park now?
Well, there is at the side, so hopefully we'll get a space, otherwise you'd have to just go around and come back and find somewhere close. And the West End then has got lots of atmosphere. It even has its own festival every year in the month of July for a week. And lots of theatres, concert halls, lovely restaurants, cafes, loads of students of course, because Glasgow University, if you remember, came away from the dirty old East End in the middle of the 19th century. It came over to the West End. Here again are the examples of the modern tenement in front of us, right and left, so no longer the big high-rise flats. Now in the 1950s and 60s in Glasgow we built hundreds of high-rise flats, and particularly in the outskirts of the city. Now this proved not to be a very happy way of living. They didn't bother building them shops and cinemas and stuff like that, so there was lots of problems in these high-rise areas and drugs and so on. So we've blown up over 2/3 of all our high-rise flats. There's still a few to go, not many, and now when we build new, we build in the tenement, the more compact style, nicer way to live. Here on the right though, this isn't tenements, these are student flats. On the right hand side, this is for the students at Glasgow University. Also the next building coming up on the right for the students to rent when they're studying at Glasgow University. Right, so we want to be on the right, this right hand lane.
Right lane.
And behind the cars there
Okay.
are the lights. Now those lights took us on the right as well.
Yeah.
No, it's just on the red line.
So we're going round to the right, or are we going straight up?
Now we're going straight up where he's
Okay.
coming down, we're going up. So we'll see a little bit of the West End central area here and head round to the museum.
Oh wow.
So that's why half the churches in Glasgow are no longer churches, they're bars and restaurants and flats and so on, because we have only half the population that we used to have, and those buildings cost a lot of money, but then they get renovated and put to other uses. Anyway, at the end of this road there's a lovely big old church that's now a theatre and a bar and a wedding venue, all sorts. This road here is Byers Road, and it's the main road for the student life. Lots of them rent the apartments here, and coming up on the left, a couple of very old cafes. The university one is where Billy Connolly used to buy his fish and chips. Here to the left. An old hospital on the right, the Western Infirmary, that's now closed, and we'll no doubt turn that into flats. The next lights, it might take 2 turns to get there. We're turning right.
The next lights
are. And there's lovely bars and restaurants and things all the way along Byers Road here. A long road that goes right to the end where you've got the Botanic Gardens, and there's a world famous collection of orchids in the Botanic Gardens. Stuck up there, nobody's hardly moved.